Okay, so for my wrap today, I am going to see beautiful Wendy. This one is so much better. Yesterday's Wendy was worn many times. It was a hot mess and it was all stretched out. This one, excellent. So I've got this beauty going on here. I am going to be wrapping with the Cranberry and the brown Shimmery. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to, I think because this one's for Frieda Hannah, I am going to be doing a regalish wrap, maybe a double regalish wrap. I say regalish because I tend to want to put pleats in my cranberries. So we shall see. We shall see if I can resist. Most of the time I can't. What I'm going to do is highlight this beautiful border. So I'm going to put that on first. Centering this, or as I normally say, even Steven. Put it straight across. Okay. Come on now. There we go. That's much better. All right, I am not tying a knot in the back, but I am going to take, because it's a wee bit long, I'm going to take a bit and pull it forward to just there. We'll give it a nice fold. You won't see it, but it will make this portion back here much smaller and easier to deal with when we do this. Okay. Now, you can also pull this forward a little bit and roll this under just to get rid of that seam. It's kind of entertaining. Okay. Not necessary, I just don't like that seam in the front, and I find that that's the easiest way sometimes to deal with that piece. It's just rolled straight under the edge of the shaper, and it won't do anything to the gripping ability of the velvet headband up here, because it's a minuscule amount. It's like less than 1/8 of an inch, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. I mean, it's just this little teeny tiny bit. It's just that very front part. Okay, so we have these nice and neat on either side. I'm going to take our friend, the Shimmery, and I'm going to place it on my head so that it's starts right here. I am not going to put it over the entirety of my wrap. I'm just going to make it sash-like so it sits right in this section here. So it's really simple to do. You can fold it into thirds, and I'll show you what that looks like. You can fold it into thirds. You can do the crinkle method where you just grab it and crinkle until it's like so. You could even fold it into fourths. Now, since this is what I have in my hands right now, this is what we're going to do. We're just placing it here, like so. I'm using the paisley pieces, the tails, the points of the back here of the paisley piece, as a guide marker to where I'm placing. I'm going to take this around the back. This guy is getting tied in one knot. I find that it just helps it stick into place. Don't tie it too tight. It is around the floof portion of the shaper. You can see, you come around the back, it is around the floof portion, but it still will squeeze here if you tie it, in this section will squeeze, and it's not comfortable after a while. So, okay. Now, got that? Okay. So what I'm going to do is for this first one, I'm going to go with showing this guy here. The second portion, I'm going to show this guy here. Because I think this has a lot of this light color. I want to have a difference between the light showing in the front and the, yeah, it's just the way I'm going to do it. Okay, now I'm going to fold. I don't really need this piece here, so I can fold in the edging. I don't really need it. And then I'm just going to give it quick pleats just to get it down to a smaller size. We can get you, okay. Yeah, you're gonna show up, so great. All right. Bringing it around, and I'm tucking it in. Again, I'm not fussing with these pleats. I'm normally a fussy pleater. I'm not fussing with it because it's not necessary. A little bit of messy pleating is fine. And I'm going to use the entire poof for this wrap. So let's pull you forward. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shimmery scarf tail and I'm going to bring it around and cover up this back piece here. Get up here a little bit. And just a little fine tuning right quick as I see things that are a little odd. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it with the rough side out on this one. It'll help give it a little bit of grip because there are two sides to the shimmery, the rough side and the smooth, shiny side. I'm using the rough side. And I'm going to bring it back here, like so, across all the way. And once I get to here, I am going to blindly tuck in the fringes. So I can show you better, a little bit less awkward. Make sure they're none showing. Okay. Okay, so I have that. Now, come on, you're gonna hide. Okay, now on the same side, I am going to take, get comfy for a second. I'm going to take this Cranberry. He's got himself all turned around. Okay. Okay. And he will hide all of it then, so that's good. Just 1, 3, 4. Okay, 5. All right, I'm gonna bring it up over. A little further back. I'm not worried too much. Again, as long as they're not stacked one on top of the other, where these pleats end up. But we're gonna pull just a little bit and tuck in. Now I'm going to do a second wrap just to show you what it looks like when we move everything forward, because this one is a little far back and I know it's not to everyone's taste to have everything all the way back here. And also I'm going to be doing it with zigzags. This one's just the straight across. Now I'm just taking this guy, pulling it across the very back, the way back of the scarf, and we're gonna find a pocket and tuck it in. Now, with wearing it this far back, the only thing I'm worried about is the shimmery slipping off. So, okay. So this is the first. It's not super neat. I will work on this one to make it neater. But being a first go, it's like this piece here is annoying. I don't like it. This piece here is not a happy thought. And then I've got a little bit of a mess going on back here. So I will neaten that up as I play with this. Okay. Now let's start again. Flip these all off. We're going to put the shimmery, I'm going to loosen it up just a second. I'm going to pull it forward and at an angle, like so. Give it a quick snugger. I'm going to pull this guy out and see if I can't get this piece to be neater. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the right side. And I'm going to be doing the opposite of what I did before. This guy is going to be the darker color, the saffron. I'm folding over and I'm going to pleat. This guy. Pleats. Okay. Again, it doesn't have to be super neat. Switch. Okay, so I'm putting this on at an angle. I'm not worried about this back piece too much. I will tuck him under in a second. I am going to be doing this, walking these pleats back, like so. I'm wrapping this around and tucking it underneath. Okay. Now, what I have here, throw that in the back, what I have here is a hot mess. I'm going to adjust it. Okay. should be fine. Okay. This piece here will get covered up. I'm not worried about it. Okay, on this side, I'm going to be using this. Maybe using the light color. Folding over. And then I'm going to pleat it. It's going to give me a hard time, but I'm going to get it to do what I want. 3. This is a place where those fold creases that I don't bother to iron out really are not my friends. Okay. All right, and I'm going to reclaim this particular pleat that wanted to hide. I'm going to wrap this at the angle backwards, and I'm going to tuck it in here. Okay. All right. Now I'm back onto this side, and we're going to have a double shimmery in the back. If you wanted a shimmery up here, you could totally have the shimmery up here, or yeah, you could totally have the shimmery up there. You could also take this shimmery in between these two here. So I didn't, but if I want to reach through very gently, you don't want to disrupt anything. Pull this through, and we can have a bit of a shimmery like this. On this back side. And once I get it positioned, oh look, that's another look. Entertaining. Okay. And then just find a pocket to stuff our friend. Just like this. And then here's our last scarf tail. Bringing it up. And this piece here is not quite pretty, so I'm definitely covering that up with the scarf. Spread that out just a little bit. And what I can do here is bring this down right there. And it'll just be interesting looking. Okay. There's some fine tuning to do. I always like to play with these. Just to get them really neat, get them really pretty. I know I said I wanted them to be haphazard and messy. Yeah, it doesn't work for me, I guess. I like my pleats to be all nice and neat. But anyway, this is going to almost be a wrap. There's some fringes showing. We're gonna have to hide those. Okay, that looks good. There's one or two small things that I notice that I'm gonna have to work on with this to perfect it, but I am thinking otherwise it's gorgeous. Now I am going to use a really beautiful brooch. This one is a gift, or was a gift, from Miss Frieda Hannah. And I think it's very appropriate to wear with this styling. So it's this gorgeous, gorgeous brooch. I'm going to put the larger piece in the back here, and the smaller piece further forward. Okay. And a little bit lower. All right, between pleats 2 and 3. There we go. Little stabbing. Okay, and that's not quite right. Let's do that again. Want it in the same, oh no. Okay, my friend. Okay, no damage. All right, we want it in the same downward angle as the one behind. Or as close as we can get it. There we go. And that's today's wrap. I'm actually quite pleased with this. Again, like I said before, there are some bits that I'm going to be polishing for the next time that I wear this. But if you're watching Frieda Hannah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. I think I might call this one Frieda Hannah's wrap number 2, or Frieda Hannah's cranberry wrap, cranberry shimmery wrap. I think that second one, Frieda Hannah's cranberry shimmery wrap, or shimmery cranberry wrap, like that. All right, so I'm gonna turn around. If there are any bits that are wonky in the back, like I feel like there are, I'm going to be fixing those before I leave the house. So, well, I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. Sorry it was a really long one, but have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.